Hello, I'm Susan, and welcome to Transcend Flow. We will begin today's class seated in Sukhasana Easy Pose. Palms are resting on our legs, our spine is straight, extending through the crown. Closing the eyes if you wish. Taking a few moments for contemplation. Inhaling through the nose, deep into the belly. Exhaling through the nose. Bringing awareness to our breath. Slowing our mind down. Creating a space on our mat in which we can ground and flow. Realizing that we are primarily energy first and matter second. And as we flow on the mat, we are creating magnetic movement to harmonize the energy within our body. For today's class, we will focus on radiance. And as you move and breathe, what radiance is to you, and allowing yourself to feel radiant from within to without. Opening the eyes if they are closed, transitioning into wide leg child's pose. Arms are extended, forehead is on the mat. Continuing long, smooth breaths in through the nose, deep into the belly, exhaling through the nose. Holding that still space that you are creating. Inhaling, we'll be transitioning to a baby cobra, doing some dynamic movement just to gently warm the body up. Inhaling into baby cobra. Exhaling down. Inhale. Exhale. Coming into a static hold. Shoulders rolled back. Chest open. Breathe. Exhale, returning to child's pose, balasana. Forehead on the mat. Inhale, transitioning back into baby cobra. Once again, dynamic movement. Coming into a static hold. Exhaling into child's pose, balasana. Allowing the tissues in the body to start to open up as you move and breathe, harmonizing your energy flow. Inhaling, this time we'll be coming into a high cobra. Dynamic movements at first. Slowly coming up and down from your belly and then into a high cobra. Shoulders rolled back, opening up the chest space. When ready, coming into a static hold for high cobra. Exhaling into child's pose, balasana. Transitioning into downward dog. Our first downward dog of the class, pedaling out our legs. Coming into a static hold. And when ready, inhaling and stepping the right foot through the hands, coming into a lunge. We're going to go back into a half split, forward into a lunge, some dynamic movement again. Half split, lunge, half split, static hold. Remembering only to be on the edge of tightness, moving in a pain-free range. Allowing those tissues, that connective tissue and tendons to just slowly open up. Inhaling as we transition into a crescent moon lunge, arms extended overhead. Allowing yourself to feel radiant as we flow on the mat. Whatever that means to you. Perhaps it's empowerment, perhaps a glow. Exhale as the left palm comes to the mat and the right arm extends upward. Option to reach back for the left foot for a bind and twist. Breathe. Releasing the foot, transitioning back into downward dog. Allowing yourself to feel magnetic, a flow of energy as you move and breathe on the mat. Inhale, stepping the left foot through the hands, coming into a lunge. Exhaling into half split. Inhale, lunge. Half split. Lunge. One more, half split. Lunge. Transitioning into a static hold for half split. Inhale, transitioning into crescent moon lunge, arms extended overhead. Feeling empowered in this pose. Choosing to be strong and radiant. Exhale, right hand comes to the mat, left arm extends, gazing upward. Option to reach back with the left hand and grab the right foot. Gentle bind and twist. Releasing the foot, hand returns to the mat, stepping back into downward dog. Grounding through the hands and the feet here. The palms and the soles of the feet should have pressure on the mat. Evenly distributing your weight. Ujjayi breaths if you wish. Inhale, stepping forward to the front of the mat, halfway lift, hands on the shins, spine straight and extended. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, upward salute, gazing up at the hands, mountain pose, Tadasana. Placing hands on the hips, stepping the foot lengthwise to the mat, coming into a standard straddle, preparing for wide leg forward fold. One inhale. Exhale, folding forward, palms come onto the mat, modifying as desired, moving in a pain-free range. Inhale, coming to a halfway lift. And then yoga mudra behind the back. Another inhale. Exhale, folding forward, arms hanging overhead. Releasing tension from the body, breathing through it. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms return to the hips as we come upward. Remaining here for a moment to gather equilibrium as we stand. Stepping to the front of the mat. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Going through a few sun salutations to create some heat and fluidity within the body. Inhaling, upward salute. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, choosing a chaturanga vinyasa or stepping back into downward dog. Inhale, stepping forward to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, upward salute, sweeping the arms up. Gazing at the hands for a moment. Exhale, swan dive down, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway left, chaturanga vinyasa or downward dog. Holding in downward dog. Inhale, stepping forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Closing the eyes here for a few moments, grounding through the feet. Allowing yourself to feel the energy that you're creating. Smoothly flowing and circulating within your body. Opening the eyes, inhaling into chair Utkatasana, holding a beach ball overhead, engaging the core. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga Vinyasa, or stepping back into downward dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot through, rising into warrior one. Engaging the core. Breath is coming back past the diaphragm into the core, into the belly. Exalting your radiance and exalted warrior. Yoga Mudra behind the back, humble warrior. Exhale, palms come to the mat as we transition into lizard. The back left leg is active. We can have micro movements here if you wish, backward and forward. Some dynamic energy moving. Or if you choose, you can just hold the pose statically, remaining still, whichever works best for you. Exhale as we bring that right foot back to the mat for downward dog or chaturanga vinyasa, your choice. Inhale, stepping the left foot through, rising into warrior one. Exalting your radiance, exalted warrior. Yoga Mudra behind the back, humble warrior. Palms to the mat, lizard. Back right leg is active. Once again, some subtle dynamic movement, rocking forward and backward. If this feels good to you, or choosing a static hold. Stepping that left foot back, chaturanga vinyasa, or downward dog. Holding in downward dog. Coming to our knees, and then swinging our feet around to come into staff pose Dandasana. Spine is straight, extended through the crown. The core is slightly engaged. Palms resting on either side of our hips. Closing the eyes here if you wish, while we allow our heart rate to slow down. Continuing to inhale and exhale through our nose, soothing the nervous system. And as your heart rate slows down, starting to feel rooted and heavy on the mat. Opening the eyes if they're closed, reaching for the feet, coming into seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Remember to move in a pain-free range. Long, smooth breaths into the belly, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, down regulating your nervous system, guiding your nervous system from fight or flight into rest and digest, increasing the vitality of the biofield. Inhaling, returning to staff pose. We're going to put our fingertips behind us and just arch our back and look up and do a mini back bend. Returning to center, shaking out our legs briefly. And we're just going to do some brief half Lord of the Fishes. So you're going to have your right leg on top with the knee up. The left arm extends, and when ready, we're going to twist to the right, gazing over our right shoulder, keeping the spine straight, tailbone to crown. Returning to center, swapping our legs around, ensuring as we do this pose that our hip bones are rooted on the mat. Both hip bones, extending the right arm. When ready, twisting and looking to the left over your shoulder. Returning to center, extending the legs, shaking them out. When ready, scooching forward, arms come out as we recline onto our back. We'll be coming into waterfall. You can have a block under your hips, or you can put your hands under your hips like this to kind of support the back of your pelvis, lifting up your legs. Continuing to down-regulate the nervous system. Allowing our energy frequency to increase. When we're stuck in fight or flight, we're going to have a denser frequency and rest and digest. The resonance of our biofield and our energy increases, creating health and well-being. Lowering the feet to the mat, our knees are continuing to point up, and we're going to be doing a double knee twist over to the right, extending that left arm. Closing eyes here if you wish to create a deeper sense of relaxation. allowing your body to feel heavy on the mat as you continue to ground your energy. Inhaling, bringing the feet up to the mat, knees pointing upward. We're going to windshield wiper our legs back and forth a few times. And then we're going to come into a double knee twist on the left hand side, positioning your body, remembering to move in a pain-free range. Feet return to the mat once again, windshield wipering our legs. And we have two options here: constructive rest, knees together, feet on the outer edges of the mat, both palms on the belly is option 1. Option 2 is recline, bound butterfly, arms extended overhead, Supta Baddha Konasana. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Coming into this pose. Continuing long, smooth breaths. Allowing your jaw to relax. Softening the tongue. Visualizing yourself as a field of energy just on this mat, resonating with harmony and radiance. Transitioning into Shavasana pose, extending those legs. Arms held by the side, palms facing up. Starting to wiggle fingers and toes to bring some awareness back into the body. Extending arms overhead, bringing your ankles together, one big body stretch. Coming up to seated, we'll be returning to Sukhasana pose where we started at the beginning of the class. Spine is straight, extended through the crown, palms resting on our legs. Taking some centering breaths. Bringing hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer to the heart. Holding gratitude for this time and practice on our mats today. Bringing hands in Anjali Mudra up to the forehead, the third eye chakra. Embodying vitality in heart and mind. And so it is. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to practice with you today. If you're interested, there is a longer version of this class available for sale on my platform. Until we meet again on the mat, be well.